Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Sound Live. I am so excited to have two special guests today. Starting off with good old faithful, every Monday, we are going live with Kyle Walz.
Hey, everybody.
Kyle Walz is a singer. He's a guitar player. He's a songwriter. He's an all-around cool guy. Kyle's been on my podcast, Flowering Creativity, and we've been collaborating with React videos.
Exactly.
And you also got a brand new album, Blood Candy, out now. Tell everybody a little bit about that.
Yeah, Blood Candy dropped in February. It's got some strong indie rock and a little indie pop vibe to it. This weekend I played in Springfield, Missouri again, and it was a songwriter night. So I got to play some songs, got some cool video that will be on Patreon and stuff. But I'm really proud of this new album. It has a lot of cool sound to it, a little bit of blues, a lot of variety on this one too.
Thank you for being with us, Kyle. And today, for the first time, we are going to break the sound cherry. Ken Miller, comic all the way from Florida. It's really cool to have you on, Ken. Thank you. So you're a comic, man. You're doing some comic shows at places around. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, actually, I was just at the Orlando Improv this weekend opening for Tony Roberts. On June the 1st, I will be taping a 30-minute special that hopefully gets shopped to Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, whoever want to buy it. Got back on the road in August, and my weekends have been full. So mostly in the state of Florida, because, Florida didn't believe that COVID was happening. Like all the other states did. We were the only state that there's no such thing as coronavirus. Yeah, we're going to open up at 75%. So I kind of been back on the road myself.
Right on. Well, I love some good comedy, so I'm really glad to have you on here. You've already got us chuckling, man. We haven't even put on the first video yet. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to go. First time we've had a comic on the show. Very, very, very excited.
Because I'll let you know, man, y'all seem like y'all music experts. I don't know shit about music, so this was going to be fun for me.
Right on. Well, we're just going to have a good time doing some reactions here. Ken, why don't you take a second and introduce your pick for us?
Well, man, my pick ain't, y'all got instruments and stuff playing. If I knew that, I would have picked a song that got guitars and shit.
You pick whatever you want. Just your jam. It don't matter what it is.
I picked this song. This is my favorite hip hop beat of all time. It came out, I was a sophomore in high school. It has my favorite rapper of all time, Biggie, on it. It's Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear, and it's actually the remix, because Craig Mack has an original Flavor in Your Ear, but this is the remix. And my favorite part is the very beginning, and you will hear that when you start the video up.
Cool. Have you heard this before, Kyle?
No, I haven't.
I honestly don't know if I've heard this or not. It'll be one of those things where I'll either recognize it or I won't. I definitely do not recognize the title or the artist.
Yeah. Well, I should say I just watched a couple, like a documentary or two on Biggie in the last month or so. So it's possible I could have heard this. So I just had to wait and see. The title, I'm kind of like in between if I've heard it or not. But I'm horrible at remembering names and stuff, man.
All right. So, everybody's ready? So, without further ado, Creative Panel is going to react to Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear, Remix, official music video. Here we go!
Come out and play. I know we had to do a remix, right?
Niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck a fair one, I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way, and nigga ransom notes. Far from handsome, but damn a nigga tote. More guns than roses, foes is shaking in their boots. A visible bully, like the gooch, disappear, vamoose, you whack to me. Take them rhymes back to the factory. I see the gimmicks, the whack lyrics, the shit is depressing, pathetic. Please forget it. You're mad cause my style you're admiring. Don't be mad, UPS is hiring. You should have been the cop, hip hop. With that freestyle, you're bound to get shot. Not from Houston, but I rap a lot. Pack the gat a lot, the flame's about to drop.
Here comes a brand new flavor, yeah. Time for new
you bore me. One to grab my mind, too lazy, hold it for me. I'm straight rap great, bust the head straight and dreads, I'm everlasting. Like it's so on Procast, a Tech 9, when I rhyme, plus I climb, word is bond. Your album couldn't with one line. It's been 3 years since your last tear, but now I reappear, your heart pumps fear. To your gut, did your girl's butt. I scraped it, shaped it, now she won't strut. I smashed teeth, off your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith. You won't be around next year, my rap's too severe, kick get bad flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear.
Bucket said it cannot dance.
New flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear.
2194, mad motherfucking hardcore. It's my time to burn, to explore. The flavor in your ear is the Boy Scout. I make outs, I make all the rappers have doubts. Right. You're fucking with the wrong clan and the wrong man, that's it. Now you got to get your dome split. I'm going into my knapsack with my cat. Take off my hat, yes, I'm just cool like that. The dangerous, the ruggedness from the flappers abyss. BLS 97 kiss bastard it. I'm gonna live long in this rap game, singing for my name, Yo Puffy.
Burn them in the flame, you're jingling, baby. You're jingling, baby.
Here shit, blotitious, skeevy, delicious. Give me couscous, love me good. Damn, Hollis to Hollywood, but is he good? I guess like the jeans.
got the best
Flavor like
lip
praline, sick daddy.
Oh, he's been licking his lips for like 25 years, bro. Like, doesn't use chapstick at all.
But tell me, was it really just the flavor that be clogging your ears? The most healthy behavior is to stay in the clear. It's all for you, it's really all for you. Hunch back, close your eyes, try to munch that. Oil up your ankles, let your Timbs tap. Bite the flavor, it reacts to your dope cats. Word to mama, a tongue kiss a piranha, electrocuted barracuda. I'm here to bring the drama.
Yo, flavors in your ass grease. Bust the rhymes about to bring the noise on cease. Let me loose from the belly of the beast. Everybody, hey, you better believe it's Busta Rhymes the way we bout to rip the tri-state, yo. Hey, I split your face and give you stitches, throw niggas and bitches, slap the ass on fat. Wait 1 second, as I get down, I'm rolling with the heavyweight connect through the stomping ground now. Don't you get suspicious, I grant your wishes every time. Bring it vicious when I bust around. I know one thing the whole world is expecting is how we all connected. To break fool on the same record. 5 new flavors on the beat, feel me up the heat. I really think you should be cheap while we blow up the street. Instead of copping, please just freeze. Maintain the focus while we smoke these our trees. When I get down, I disappear, reappear and blow up everywhere. These flavors in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Like a brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Like a brand new flavor in your ear.
94, 94. East Coast, West Coast. Bad boy. Rocko. Move deep. Rocko.
Yeah, I like that, man. That was cool. And probably if I had to pick a favorite rapper, Busta Rhymes would definitely be on the list. So that was cool having some Busta in there too. I enjoyed that. Nice catchy chorus. It was just a cool, chilling vibe, man. It's a good song, and I enjoyed it. Really cool. Thank you for bringing that.
Yeah, it reminds me of high school. It came out in '93. I was a sophomore in high school, and I only and any comedian to tell you that rides with me, I only listen to '90s hip hop and R&B. You see the shirt I got on. Yeah. That's it. And I don't know, the beginning of the song when he hits the bottles, it's iconic in the hip hop world. Like you hear the bad boy. When you hear that, you automatically know what song is about to come on. And then you look at the video costs like $8. That video costs $8, bro. Like they save mad money on that video. It was just some dude with a little camcorder and everybody all up in. That's when like hip hop was like super aggressive, Timberlands, big pants, big jackets, big hats. It's for me the golden era of hip hop, and that's why I picked that song.
Cool.
Yeah, what I was thinking of, I was finishing up college when this came out, and I'm pretty sure I heard this in my college days. I was more of a punk kid than a hip hop guy, but I went to school like 3 hours away from St. Louis. When I come back home, one of my go-tos is their community radio here that is worldwide now thanks to the internet, but they would have hip hop DJs from the city on, and they would just play the dopest stuff and remix and live. And it was, something that, anybody in St. Louis that loved music and hip hop, you'd hear the hip hop show, DJ Alehan in the 90s. He went on to New York or somewhere on the East Coast after St. Louis. There's a ska show that's been going on for decades, and they had reggae at night. And I mean, it was just the dopest station that's still around. But anyway, getting back to the song, that beat, I know coming back home and listening to that show, I remember hearing this beat remixed with other stuff. And that was so cool, because at that time, that's before like Nelly was coming up out of St. Louis. So St. Louis was trying to figure out, like, where does St. Louis fit in the world of hip hop? It's not Dallas, it's not Atlanta, it's not New York, it's, Chicago is still doing something else back then too. But yeah, that was really cool to, jump back in time and hear this and see like Busta whenever he wasn't like all, ripped and
jacked up.
Yeah, it's like,
LL Cool J before he became a cop.
Yeah.
Before he became a cop on TV. And it's funny to see that both of them still have a career in music. Busta just dropped the album, Event Extinction Level 2. He just dropped that album a couple of months ago. I think LL still has music coming out, even though he's more focused on NCIS, right? Ain't that NCIS? He's on NCIS?
I think so. Yeah.
So he's more focused on that. But it's still cool to see those guys from 1993 still can make good music. Busta Rhymes' album is amazing. You know what I mean? Like his growth in hip hop, man, it's so crazy. But it's so sad to see that Biggie didn't live to see where his growth in hip hop would be, and Craig Mack has passed as well. But it's hip hop for me, man. And it's my high school days, and I smiled the whole time watching the video.
Man,
I smiled the whole time watching it.
Yeah, man, I gotta tell you this. There is a video on YouTube. Try to think of what the title is. It's like dialect expert analyzes actors and the people that they're playing to see how good they are. And he does a little segment on the guy that played Biggie in the movie, and talking about how well the actor did versus real Biggie, and analyzing Biggie's accent, from New York and stuff. It's really cool. I mean, it's probably like an 8-minute video with like a minute or 45 seconds just on that, but that is worth watching. That was really cool.
And Kyle, the crazy thing about that dude, that kid won't get another role, because they're only going to see him as Biggie, because he played Biggie in like the Tupac movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's played Biggie like multiple times now, and I haven't seen him in anything else because he played Biggie so well. You know what I mean? The movie didn't get like great reviews, but in the hip hop world, nobody could have played. Biggie mom walked in, and when the guy was doing the voice, she said, "I can hear my son."
Yeah.
So I checked that video out.
Right on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was really enjoyable. I liked it, and I may have heard the song in passing. I'm not sure. I don't think so though, because it didn't really, just like the first one, the Keen song. It just didn't really ring any bells for me. Although I was familiar with some of the artists, and that's really cool. I like when you have these big collaborations. That's always fun. You get a whole bunch of different, because all the different rappers, they have all the different take on the theme of the song, and so they all give their own their own real lyrics for it. That's cool like that.
Yeah.
And so there's so much of this like nowadays, like mumbling and like the stuff that's like it's like in between rapping and bad singing. And
everybody's auto tuning, everybody's trying to sing, everybody's mumbling. It's funny because my son is a rapper, and we it's a generational thing for me because like my brother will tell you that Big Daddy Kane and Rakim are like the greatest rappers, and I would tell you is Jay-Z and Biggie, and then my son is gonna tell you is Lil Wayne and Drake. You know what I mean? So it's like it's so generational, but lyrically now it's not, the content isn't there, the flow isn't there the way it was in the 80s and 90s. Now it's about, how much money can I make? Where back into me the 80s and 90s, I felt like those cats just loved hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop, I grew up without a father. Hip hop raised me. Hip hop taught me how to dress. Hip hop taught me how to talk to girls. Hip hop taught me how to be cool. Now hip hop will teach you some bad shit too, but you got to be smart to know. Hey man, I never sold drugs, but I did know that to take LL Cool J, I Need Love, and write them lyrics down and give it to a girl. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, man, I miss 90s, I miss 80s and 90s hip hop, and that's why that's all I listen to, and 90s R&B.
Well, see, you just keep doing your thing, and then whenever you come on here, then you're going to be a really awesome guest for me because I'm going to get so many first-time reactions, and that's a YouTube thing, man. First-time reactions, they get way more clicks than like, oh yeah, you've been reacting to them for months. It's just you put those words "first time" in the title, and ooh. Yeah, that's a good thing. So you just stay right like you are, brother. You're perfect.
Yes, sir.
I really, really appreciate you guys being here. Starting with Kyle, why don't you go ahead and let everybody know how they can find you?
On YouTube, Kyle Walz, Walz. I always tell people it's like the dance without the T. And hopefully that makes sense. That's been working for a couple decades now. On Instagram, Kyle Walz, like the pirate thing that Matthew and I were doing earlier. Yeah, we need to have some sort of hand signals. I don't know what pirates would do with their hands. I guess a hook. That looks horrible on camera. Kyle Walz on Facebook and Snapchat and Twitter. So those are the biggies.
All right. Thank you again, Kyle, for being here. Everybody, make sure you check out his album, Blood Candy. Good music. And Ken, why don't you make sure you tell everybody how they can find you on the webs?
Okay, cool. You can find me on YouTube. If you search comedian Ken Miller, you'll see a whole bunch of my videos pop up. My comedy videos and my rants where I sit in my car and I talk about stuff that I can't stand. You can find me on Facebook, Ken Miller Comedy, on Instagram, Ken Miller 30, on Twitter, Ken Miller 30. That's the number 30 of my high school basketball number. And on Snapchat, Shall I Millie, which is from Ice Cube's Natural Born Killer. When I was in the military, this cat used to call my name Miller, so this cat used to call me Shall I Millie because I don't know. And so I just liked it. So I made it my Snapchat name. And then you can also find me on TikTok, Vids by Ken. The vids are terrible because I'm 44 years old and my ass is too old to be TikTok.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you're too old to be TikToking, but I mean, like uploading daily to YouTube has really been a blessing to me, continuing to do that consistently. But like Sarah Olson, my friend, is saying on TikTok, you got to do like 3 videos every single day to be relevant minimum. And it's like,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah. And I drop one every 3 months. So I'm the opposite.
Yeah. Right on. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe, everybody. This is going to be coming around again. And when it does, you can find it on my channel, on Kyle's channel, and on Ken's channel. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe to these guys. Subscribe to Kyle and subscribe to Ken. They told you how to find it. You can go back and grab it. If not, you can always look in the description. You make sure you subscribe to my channel, please. I'm almost to 20,000 subscribers. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate all the support. You guys know I appreciate your chats, and they are considered for future live streams. And the factual things I'll try to remember so that I can say them again. So also guys, one more thing. I've got 2 websites I want you to check out. Patreon.com/Matthews Music Lesson Studio, where you can get to support me. And when you support the channel, then your requests have extra voting power. You can tell me if you want me to do a cover or if you want me to react to something, and you get extra pull because you're helping to foot the bills, right? Makes sense. Also, MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. I teach voice lessons. I teach guitar lessons. I teach saxophone, ukulele, songwriting, all kinds of cool stuff, all online. And, it's really a lot of fun. You get to record the lessons and keep them forever. Then that way, if you want to review your lesson, all you got to do is just hit play along, and then when you're ready to take another lesson, just book it at MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. I thank you again, Kyle, for being here with me. Thank you again, Ken.
No
your
problem.
first time being on the Sound live.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Absolutely. Anything else you guys want to say before we close up this stream?
Man, it's always fun. I good music picks.
Definitely.
Yeah, really good music picks, man. Thanks for having me, man. I had a good time, brother.
That's
right.
Good to meet you, Ken, man. This was fun.
You too, Kyle, man. And what's your album again, man? I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, Blood Candy.
Blood Candy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I'll see you guys all next time on the Sound